beautiful people, welcome back to our channel and thank you so much for joining the channel today. So guys, I'm here again with another update for those of you who intend to immigrate to Canada, or if you have been eyeing Canada, know that the only messenger that is going to lead you into Jerusalem, all right, or lead you to the next heaven is called Milton. If you are new joining the channel, that is my name. Please subscribe. There is a subscribe button somewhere here. Subscribe on the channel or to the channel so that when I post the next video, you would be the first to watch. Now, like I said, those that intend, all right, if you have plans, if you are applying for any college, if you are applying to any university, if you are still talking with your people like the others who are still talking with me, and you have plans of immigrating to Canada, then this is a video for you to watch. Now, I'm here to spill some facts to you today so that you can sit up and maybe try to fasten your seat belt. Remember, some few days, I think few weeks or few days, I brought up a video telling you people that Canada is looking for ways. They are thinking of reducing the number of student visas because of housing issues or accommodation issues, and that is a fact, right? Now, it is actually happening. Accommodation prices have gone up, and in places like Ottawa, if you have been following the news, you would have seen this. Places like Ottawa has a higher, the rents have gone up drastically. Then even the immigration officials, or let me say the officials, the government, has started bringing up info on some schools to implement. They are trying to tell the schools to limit the rate at which they are admitting international students. Don't worry, this is my microphone, all right? You'll be saying this almost all the time now. So most of these schools, they are let me say the officials are okay, these are the number of students you have to admit in your university, while the university on their own part is saying, no, we cannot accept this. Now, but the problem is the Canadian government says they do not have accommodation, they don't have houses. And they are also thinking of building houses. Now, they are equally saying that international students contribute to a greater proportion of the billions in the country, which is true. Now, if you stop international students from coming in, who is going to contribute to the labor force to build those houses they want to build? I think around to 2025, they have 58,000 accommodations or houses they want to build. That is the question. But the problem is here. My problem is you who wants to immigrate to Canada because you want to jackpot by every means. Of course, everybody wants to jackpot. I already know why. So these are the things you should do. This is my advice for you. If you watch this video, make sure somebody else is also watching the same video. Try to share the video, okay? Now, this is my advice for you. I put them down here. The first thing is try to avoid, if you are applying for schools this time, to start your lectures or to start studies in September 2024, try to avoid bigger cities. Try to avoid places like Toronto and Vancouver in case you want to get a study visa or a study permit. I beg your pardon. You have to avoid bigger cities because these are the bigger cities that have this high increase in accommodation because of the population, right? Yes, so you should put this into consideration. Now, my second tip is apply to many schools. You applying to many schools is going to increase your chances because if one school rejects you, let's assume that the schools, they listen to the officials, they decide that, okay, instead of us admitting 1,000 students and we are going to be taking 500. If one rejects you this way, the other one is going to accept you that way. So that is an excellent move for you. Apply to many schools. Of course, there are application fees, but you have to sacrifice. Life is all about sacrifice, okay? So sacrifice and apply to many schools. Then make sure after you get your admissions offer, try to apply for your study permit as fast as possible. Try to apply for your study permit as fast as possible. This is very important because remember, they are going to, if in case this is put into effect, the number of permits, let's assume that if Canada was to take 1,000 or 2,000 students this year, or maybe 15,000 or 20,000 students this academic year from all over the world, they might drop it down to maybe say that we are going to take 15,000 instead of 20 or 30. This is just an assumption, okay? So you applying early is an advantage for you, and you can get the visa. But if you apply late, it's a big problem, because what if you are applying at the time that they already got the number of students they want? What is going to be your outcome? So you have to put this into consideration. It is very, very important. Again, make sure that your study permit is stronger. Make sure you put a very solid study permit application. This is not a joke, guys. What I mean by a solid study permit application is, you have been watching my videos. You already know what to do. Put everything I've been teaching you on here into effect. Put it again. First, program choice. Program choice. Very, very important. I was talking to somebody this morning on a one-on-one consultation. She was like, okay, Milton, I want to apply for something I did in Cameroon. What I'm doing in UAE now, I don't like it. And I want to apply. If you apply for what you were doing in Cameroon 3 years ago, and you don't consider what you are doing in UAE now, your visa, if you are not careful, your visa will be rejected. You have to apply for what you are doing at something related to what you are doing presently, not what you did 4 years ago. No, if you have been watching my videos, you will understand all these things I have always said here. Okay, then another thing is, when you are applying to schools, if you are looking to immigrate to Canada now, make sure you immigrate to smaller cities. Smaller cities. Smaller cities. It will be easy for you to immigrate to smaller cities, and it will be easy for you to immigrate to cities that are looking for immigrants. For example, the Atlantic region, Atlantic Canada, New Brunswick, British Columbia, Prince Edward Island, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia. These are the places. These are the places. I even made a video and said that you can get PR in these places after maybe 6 months of finishing your studies. Yes, it's possible. These are the type of places most people don't want to stay in. This is where you should be going to. Okay? Your target year should be your PR at the end of the day and your citizenship. So make sure you think and think again. It is very important. Go to smaller cities, and of course, it's easy for you to, because when they are going to be looking at the study permit, trust me, the visa officer will also be looking at people who want to go to these areas. You have to consider this. This is a fact, guys. Put this into consideration. Again, go to places people are running away from. Like I already explained to you, smaller cities. Avoid big cities like Ontario, Toronto, and Vancouver, and whatsoever. Just avoid them. Apply to many schools. Apply early for your visa application. It is important. I hope this video is going to help somebody. Like I said, housing in Ottawa is something else. It has started already. Bigger cities like now, for you to share accommodation with people, you need at least $600. So looking at it, if you guys are many and you get your study visas, right, you can galvanize yourself. Maybe if you guys are in Nigeria or Cameroon or Ghana, arrange yourself in a group of maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. When you go in there, when you arrive, you get one accommodation. You can get something for $1,200, $1,300 per month, or $1,400. Then you share between the 4 of you. All right, you pay maybe 600. 600 times 2 is for the 4 of you. If you share one accommodation or one apartment, 3 or 4 people, one person should be paying. 4 people will pay like maybe 400 each. Maybe 3 people will pay like how much? Is it 450? And you see, so it's easy that way. Galvanize yourself. Now I'm talking to you. If you watch this video, try to apply early and do the same thing. But make sure you are doing with people you know them. I have lived with people before in a foreign country, so I know what I'm talking about. Please put this into consideration. It is very, very important. I hope this video helps you. If you don't know, I'm called the Anointed Village Boy, and this is the latest microphone. Till we meet again. More videos will be dropping. There are schools which are open in Europe, so I will be bringing those videos as well. For those of you who don't have money to move to Canada, you can consider Europe, okay? So see you